Hey guys, Ash here from C4E Tech along with my co-host Sundar, who finally got a haircut. That's a special for the 50th episode of Ash Answers. You're not buying it?
No, they're not gonna do it.
I told you remove those glasses. They wouldn't buy it otherwise. It was those glasses, right? That's what gave it away, right?
No, it wasn't. I don't have the weird hair and stuff.
That's what I said. Special haircut for Ash Answers episode 50. So anyway guys, thanks a ton for your support. We've made it 50 episodes now. And I'm gonna have to redo this again. Or we'll just leave this as an intro. You know what Ash Answers is? It's a show where we should...
No, you didn't introduce me. So
Harris!
Okay, hi guys.
Yeah, so Ash Answers is a show where we answer the questions that you tweet out using the hashtag Ash Answers. And now let's get to the first question for today.
C7 Pro because of brand reliability or OnePlus 3T, which has service problems. I want my phone to age well and not lose its glory after a year.
You see, OnePlus service issues are overrated, to be very honest. Most people that I'm seeing are saying they've gotten good service. And service, I'm pretty sure there are some people who have issues, but service is a lot free here in India. I know people who've bought Samsung phones who've had issues with service. Me personally, I've had it in the past. OnePlus, again, there are people who've had issues who've not. Me, basically, what I would suggest you is buy the phone that gives you the best value today. And that would be the OnePlus 3T.
Yeah, you want it to not age well after a year. So OnePlus 3T
You want it to age well after a year, yeah.
Yeah. So OnePlus 3T will be a good choice then.
Yes, it would age better. The OnePlus should be able to provide updates longer. Unless you're a OnePlus X customer, then you're going to be pissed. But for the most part, OnePlus is good with the updates. Again, OnePlus 2 users are going to be pissed. But OnePlus 3 and 3T, they update well. And the OnePlus 1 did get decent updates. So anyway, moving on, next question.
Which is the most used app on your phone? Question to both of you. Sundar answers.
But unfortunately, or rather fortunately, Sundar is not here. Sundar, he has accomplished something in life. He's come out with this VR video and then the 8-month-old review of the J7 Prime, which if he were here right now, he would go... Okay, so yeah, there's a card to it. So if you haven't checked that out yet, you can. But why would you want to? It's the J7 Prime. I mean, yeah, anyway, coming back. So, since he's accomplished those things, he's taken a week-long trip to, where is he gone?
I don't know, why not, I guess.
Yeah, so he's taken a week-long trip. He's coming back later in the evening today. He could have come back a little earlier to shoot Ash Answers. I'm not supposed to ask those questions, so I'm not asking those questions. So yeah, he's not here. But what is your favorite app, the most used app on your phone?
Okay, the most
Dialer.
used...
Dialer.
No. I use the Play Music more than any other app on my phone because I love listening to music on my way to college and back to home. So Google Play Music is the app which I use the most.
For me, it would be okay, I just did the joke already. So yeah, probably WhatsApp or the Creator Studio app or Twitter. Yeah. Yes, Twitter. It would probably be a toss-up between Twitter and Studio, because WhatsApp, I open it only when I actually get a message, which is not all that common. From time to time I do. But then the Studio app and the Twitter app are the ones I keep opening a lot, all the time to check what's happening. So yeah, that's it.
Why did you choose the name C4E Tech as your channel name?
There you go, card. If you've not watched the Draw My Life video, I explain it there with illustrations. So yeah, check that out.
Where's Moto G5 review?
So guys, this is one of those reviews that kind of got delayed when I took my break. I did test the phone out and all that, but then Lenovo Moto wanted the phone back. So the phone had to go back. Though I had all the stats and the camera samples and all that ready to go. So yeah, not happening.
Are payments safe from GearBest? Where do you import items such as Xiaomi products?
Please pick this question. Wanna buy me 6? So payments are generally safe as long as you can pay via PayPal. So I shop with a range of stores. I usually use either eBay or iBega or Bankcard or Liav.com. And occasionally, very rarely, maybe I've imported 100 phones. Once the Nubia Z11, it did get stolen. But then again, that was with layout.com, and it took an insane 3 months, but then they did eventually end up refunding the money. So it's relatively safe, guys. You could have issues with everything. We've all seen reports of people ordering an iPhone and getting bricks and mangoes and soap bars and all that. So it's just the same kind of risk. But you would get your money back, but eventually, so it's going to take time. Even with AliExpress, the slider that we bought, it was damaged, and we did get a partial refund. So yeah, but the customs clearance is the pain. And of course, you're going to get charged huge and heavy customs. Happens. These days, it's just a lot weirder. I paid like what, $4,000? Oh, I can't tell you for what. It's not the Mi 6, another Xiaomi product that I would be unboxing sometime this week. I didn't say anything. Not the mirrorless camera.
Do you think Google is very fast in developing new Android versions? Many phones haven't even got Nougat yet. I think it's not Google which is fast. Brands are making updates slower. That's the reason, right?
Yeah, so you can't really say Google is being too fast over here with updates. If somebody wants to improve their product, then you can't really blame them for it. It's more of brands being slow AF with regards to updating their phones, and I feel that's where the problem is. And hopefully with stuff like Project Treble, we do start seeing updates faster. And in case, I did shoot, Project Treble. That sounds familiar. Oh yeah, I did shoot a video about it. Yeah, and yes, they would have seen it, right?
They might have seen it.
But then if you haven't, let's help people out. Let's just throw a card in.
Which editing software you use and why? We use Premiere Pro for our video editing, and
why do you use Premiere Pro? Because I told you to.
Yeah. Because it's what we are used to. We edit all the stuff. We are used to editing in Premiere Pro, and it would take a while for us to learn and
switch to something else. So it was basically these guys, him, Sundar, and everybody else who was editing, do it on Premiere because that's what I taught them. And I went with Premiere because it was either Premiere or Sony Vegas Pro, and I just read better things about Premiere. FCP was not an option for me because I've never used a Mac in my life, and I wasn't about to learn a new OS just to get editing on it and try a Hackintosh and all that. Just too complicated. So I had a Windows system and I'm used to Windows stuff, so went with Premiere. I'm extremely happy. It does drive me nuts at times, but yeah, overall I like it.
Does streaming videos via NAS on TV lose the quality of the content, or is it raw? And does streaming within network use FUP?
So streaming within the network will not use your FUP. That's just your LAN traffic. It has nothing to do with your FUP. As far as the quality goes, you don't lose the quality, but you lose the ability to skip. As in, like, if you're gonna jump forward a few seconds, there's a little bit of a slowdown. It might, like, if the content is on your hard disk and you're playing it on a laptop, it's gonna be smooth to scroll, smooth to jump forward. But if you're streaming it over the NAS, depending on how you're streaming it, you might experience a bit of lag there. But I stream everything over from my NAS, and it's definitely doable.
Have you completed your 13 Reasons Why series? And who is your favorite character? Are you excited for season 2?
I watched 13 Reasons Why as soon as it came out. Weirdly, I just saw it, and I saw it on Netflix, and I liked it and started watching. I got through it in about 3 days. I really did like it. As far as favorite characters go, I'd have to go with Hannah, of course. And as far as season 2 goes, I'm like, I don't really see there being content for season 2. I just see it more of season 1 being a major enough hit that they're trying to come up with something for season 2. I think 13 Reasons Why is something like, Prison Break when it came out. It was a success, and then they wanted to build on it. And Prison Break season 2 and to a lesser extent season 3 weren't that bad, but season 4 was a wreck in my honest opinion. So hopefully 13 Reasons Why they can come up with a decent enough season 2. Though I'm not gonna hold my breath on that. Did you watch it?
No, I didn't watch it.
Cool.
If OnePlus launches mid-rangers, can they take major share of Redmi and Moto G series? OnePlus will get more brand visibility as well. Your thoughts?
So guys, as far as mid-ranges go, it's a slippery slope. So this is the problem, right? Thank you for actually giving me both the examples here. So when you look at Redmi, sure, MIUI updates do happen, but the OS updates take a long time, right? But when you look at Moto, the OS updates are fast. But then again, every Moto phone is kind of priced higher than a Xiaomi phone with the same internals. So if OnePlus were to enter the mid segment, they would have to either price it very low like Xiaomi and then have a hard time with the updates because there needs to be a software team behind it. There's a lot of money that they need to spend on it. If they get price sensitive like Xiaomi, that's a question mark. If they go a little bit higher on the price side, if they start competing with the Motos, does OnePlus have the brand value to do it? These are questions that OnePlus haven't got answers on, and as of now, they're just sticking to one phone, which I do appreciate, because if they're coming out with one phone a year and if they're able to keep it updated, that's great. The OnePlus X didn't do well, and of course the updates for the OnePlus X, that's the lesser we speak about it, the better, you know. So yeah, that's my take on it. Do we get a global MIUI ROM for a Xiaomi phone we import that is exclusive to China? What about MIUI and Android updates?
So for a phone which is launched in China, you don't get a global ROM for it. But you can easily sideload the Google apps and stuff. We did a video about it, right?
Yeah.
Here's a card for it.
Here's a card for it. Yeah, so unless it launches outside of China, there's no global ROM. So it's only the Chinese firmware, which is reasonably updated. It's actually updated more than the global ROM. So it's not a problem. Sideloading is a breeze.
When are you going to cut Sundar's hair live?
Yeah, he wanted 3,000 retweets for that. We had like 150 retweets the last time I checked. So I'll leave a link to that tweet. You guys can get retweeting. If you get 3,000 retweets for that tweet, then I can cut Sundar's hair live.
We would love to.
I would love to. Extremely. Sundar, who is not here right now.
Your thoughts on the Note 7 selling again at half the price?
An amazing deal. If you can get a Note 7 with a marginally smaller battery at that price, if something around the 30K mark, it would be a brilliant deal. I would personally buy one.
I would buy it for the S Pen.
Exactly. Just for the S Pen. Even without the S Pen, it's still basically an S7 at 30K.
Yeah.
Rather a S7 Plus, or what did I call it? S7 Edge. S7 Edge at 30K. Yeah, it would be a great deal, but would they launch in India? That's the big question.
iPhone 7 or S8? Confused. I'm Sundar-like person who breaks mobiles easily, so worried which one to pick. Your suggestions?
See dude, S8, iPhone 7, we can sit and argue about those small little things on videos where one bent, one dent, one cracked, one dent. But at the end of the day, no matter what phone you drop it, you be like Sundar, it's gonna break. And you can always blame the brand for it afterwards, build quality issues, it got dented and all that stuff. But if you're somebody who's a little careless and you feel you could drop it, then get a case for it, get an auto box, and yeah, it's gonna make your phone look big and bloated, but then that's how you deal with it. So either phone would work. If you want Android, pick the S8. If you want an iPhone, pick the iPhone 7. Both are great phones. Just put a case on it. Tempered glass maybe.
Personally, I'll pick an S8 and go with a Spigen or a UAG case. I'm using a UAG case on my S8 and I have dropped it. Jeez, S7. S7 and I have dropped it like 20 to 30 times and I have no issues with it.
Yep.
Still.
20 to 30 times. See guys, this is where the hashtag poor Ash comes from. The people I work with. It's like a casual thing. Here's a 50,000 buck phone that I've dropped 20 to 30 times. Like, what? And all the stuff I come to know only after I hire them. Not before I hire them. Before I hire them, I don't know anything.
At least I don't break phones. The phones which are there for reviews.
Yeah.
Tips for a new tech YouTuber today. How to maximize viewership and what kind of videos to make.
So guys, I don't know if Ranjit has released this video already. Okay, Ashantis is gonna go live at 3 p.m. on Sunday, and Ranjit is working on an awesome video for today. So he might have made it live already, or he'd be making it live soon. And yeah, I'll leave a link to that video in the description once he does. Do check it out. That is the state of YouTubers like me and Ranjit today. So coming up with the tech channel, if you're if you have no expectations from it, then do it. If the timing is right, yeah, you could grow big. But YouTube as a platform, if you can't really come in with expectations of like great viewership and anything, as far as maximizing your viewership goes, there's just one thing. Again, it might not work all the time. It doesn't work for us at times, wherein we shoot videos we want to watch and that gets no views. You look at it, me and Ranjit were actually talking. We were actually talking and saying we should just stop reviewing phones altogether.
Why?
You look at unboxings are doing like 200,000 views, and you look at the reviews, they do like 30,000 views. And a review takes me like 7 days to finish. An unboxing takes me like 3 hours to finish. Then why am not even 3 hours, maybe like 5-6 hours, but then why am I working 7 days to put out a review when an unboxing does more views? Then I just keep getting more phones to unbox and I'm done. We were just half joking about it. Again, half joking being the key word there. We would still review phones, but that's how it is. We review phones not because of the views, we do it because we're actually passionate about it. So unless it's passion driving you, if you're looking at views or money, that's not really gonna work on YouTube. If you're passionate about it, people would end up watching it somewhere down the line, and that's what keeps us going. So that's what I have to tell you. Just keep shooting videos that you'd want to watch personally, so even if you don't get the views or the money, you'd at least have self-satisfaction that you did a good job. And that's what would keep you going.
Are you planning to do a collab with Tamil Tech on Sunday?
Yes, but not for C4E Tech. For more information, check out Twitter tomorrow. Or if you live in Chennai, you can meet us at Semolipunga at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Meetup time.
Share something about your BPO experience, how it helped you.
Thanks for calling. My name's Ash. Wow. So yeah, guys, BPOs are probably the worst places to work. If anybody is working in a BPO, they'd probably agree with me. When you're working in other jobs, you would have a semblance of control on what you can do. With BPOs, it's like you get a script. You don't have to exactly stick to the script, but more often than not, people tell you to. And that's all you can say over and over again. And at one point, you get so frustrated with stuff when customers start asking you weird questions like, this is our policy, this is what we can do, and you start repeating stuff. Because see, this is what it is, right? There are positives and negatives. If you're able to do something, if you have the power to do something, then you have an option of making a customer like you. If you have an option of doing customer service, then you start doing it. But most BPOs that at least I've worked for have the first customer support agent has absolutely no power. So you're gonna get yelled at by customers continuously. Whenever there's an issue. So that's like 2 or 3 times a day at least on a good day. So at one point you're like, I have no power, there's nothing I can do. So you know what, I'm not even gonna try, I'm just gonna read the scripts. And that's what happens, most customer execs that we speak to, and at that point on a call I do get pissed at them, but then I understand, and that's where my experience with BPOs helps me. I can see stuff from the other person's point of view. I've been the guy behind the phone. Though I've not done domestic calling, I still have handled phones long enough to understand and not really get pissed at the people who call me, even telemarketers. At that point I get annoyed, but then I just hang up, or I just tell them, please don't call me, respectfully.
Does Lenovo Z2 Plus 64GB still worth in 13,000? If yes, why? If not, why?
See, it's got a Snapdragon 820 chip. That's its, that's its USP. It's got an 820 chip. The build quality, the phone looks good. But then again, on the negative side of things, it's got a subpar camera. Battery life is okay. I wouldn't call it a negative. It's never going to be updated. So what do you want? If you want an 820, the flagship performance of an 820, then yeah, it is definitely a steal at that price. But if you are looking for updates past Nougat, I don't know. I don't know if something like a P2 will get an update from Nougat. I don't know what other phones in that segment will get an update from Nougat. So I don't know. At a price of 11K for the 32 gig variant and 14K for the 13 or 14, I'm not sure, for the 64 gig variant, I feel the Z2 Plus is a steal. If camera is not important.
When buying a gaming console, what are the most important features you must look for, specifically for a good gaming experience?
See guys, as far as consoles go, they're more or less similar. Yeah, there are some things, some consoles do better than the others. But basically what I would look at personally are the exclusives. So which exclusive title interests you? Is there something on the Xbox that you really like that's not available on PlayStation? Then probably pick up an Xbox. I bought myself a PS3 in the past for one game, Heavy Rain. I was an Xbox 360 gamer, but I wanted Heavy Rain. I love all Quantic Dreams games. So that's why I got a PS3. And then what is that on PS4? Then I wanted the Uncharted series, and that's why I got a PS4. So depends on what exclusives you really want.
Ash bro, how is the overall performance of the Deck Station? Is it worth buying? Please answer my question.
Hashtags Sundar discriminates.
I wanted to read it.
Yes, you can read it.
Hashtag Sundar discriminates.
See, that puts a smile on his face every single time. And I'm sorry guys, my UPS is making some noise. I'm really sorry. There's nothing much I can do about it as long as we are shooting from this location. So my apologies. You can have that. Anyway, the Deck Station, it performed better than I actually expected it to. It does have RAM issues, like the doctor friend that I was talking about. He has his live footage that he can monitor of his clinic, and if that's open, if that app is open, and then he switches to the browser, it freezes. It doesn't keep running in the background. So, but then again, 4 or 5 tabs of Chrome, it works well. That's not something I expected it to. It is pretty good if you just want to browse and want to watch an occasional video or do a little bit of Netflix. It would work for that. But if you're looking to do something intensive, a little bit more intensive, jump between, multitask a lot, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you already own a S8, then it's just like $150 on top of it. Why not? If you just need an extra PC just for browsing and everything, could work. Most importantly, it has all your phone apps on it, so you can just quickly open up WhatsApp. You can do it with WhatsApp web, but you can just open up WhatsApp and share something on your phone, take a picture, and then when you're browsing, you just want to send it to somebody, you can do that, drag and drop from a browser. You know, a little bit more of a desktop experience. So it is not a selling point, but then if you already own a S8, you have a requirement for something like this, I'd recommend it.
It's a good
accessory.
Addition.
Okay. He hasn't said something for a long time. Just like, okay, I need to say something right now. Yes.
Ben Affleck or Christian Bale?
Christian Bale. Any day. Every time you say Ben Affleck, my head just goes to the whole Jimmy Kimmel, Matt Damon thing. If you guys haven't seen that video, search for Jimmy Kimmel, Ben Affleck. It's a funny video. Watch the entire thing, the Sarah Silverman, Matt Damon video, and then jump to this. It's like funny, that's where it goes to. So Christian Bale, any freaking day.
So is it good to buy S8 or S8 Plus, or still need to wait for Ash testing? Final thoughts on S8 and S8 Plus.
So you are basically asking me to give you spoilers on my review, and you really think that's gonna work? Seriously? Alright, it's gonna work. I'm gonna tell you, I love the phones. I absolutely adore them. I've been using them for almost a month now, the S8 and then the S8 Plus, and I really don't want to jump to the next phone to test. So I've got the C7 Pro lying. I'm like, I'm not gonna move. I want this. I like it. The camera is awesome. I love Samsung Pay. I didn't think that's something I'd actually use, but right now jumping to another phone, the biggest negative for me is like, I can't use Samsung Pay. I have to start carrying my cards again. So yeah, the S8 and S8 Plus are great phones. Samsung's done a great job with them, and I'm gonna throw in another 3 or 4 grades. You know, great build, great display, great camera. Hey Samsung, can I have my money now? And I just wish, like, you know, Samsung was sitting there and like throw me some cash and yay! I said 5 grades. Can I say a 6th grade and get paid a little more? But anyway, guys, they are brilliant phones. See, I got a synonym for great. I didn't want to say great again. Now we'll go fantastic, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, definitely pick them up with the. If you were looking for a phone in that segment, then definitely worth it.
Yeah, I used the S8 Plus for the speed test and it was good. The apps open up faster and it has issues with RAM management, but still it's a good phone.
Yeah, but then again, you know what I say all the time, do not take speed tests too seriously. And Sundar takes them seriously because he does them, and now Harris is here, he's done them, so he takes it seriously. Speed tests are meant to be more, you know, fun. You just look at it, compare it, but in real day-to-day usage, how many times are you gonna keep opening all that many apps back to back or jumping so much into RAM management? It's fine.
But still, if you want to watch, here is the card.
Yeah, here is the card. Okay, moving on.
Shall I wait for the Mi 6 or OnePlus 5? Which one is worth waiting according to you guys?
Now seriously, OnePlus 5, it's not even announced. Nobody knows the specs. If OnePlus pull off, for some weird reason, launch it with Snapdragon 821, what do we have to say about it? We don't know it yet. So, awesome. See, that's again, you have my apology. That happens. Anyway, I would say don't wait for both. Buy something that's available right now. But if you're gonna wait, probably wait for the OnePlus 5, despite whatever I said. Because the odds of the OnePlus 5 making it to India faster than the Mi 6 are definitely higher. Mi 6, I don't even know if they're bringing it to India. So, I'd probably, if I were to wait, I'd wait for the OnePlus 5.
Personally, I would wait for the OnePlus 5 because I'm just curious to know how the Snapdragon 835 on a lightly skinned OS like the Oxygen. I just want to see how snappy and fast it is.
Fair enough.
My budget is around 35,000 and priority is camera. Is the LG V20 the best option at that price range?
If you want the excellent camera of the V20, then probably yes. But if you just want the performance, then the OnePlus 3T is a great offering, and the 3T's camera is very, very underrated. Again, proven by MKBHD's blind test. You go read the comments over there. So many people did pick the 3T, at least as their second favorite camera. So, and I've been saying this for a long time with my comparisons to the Pixel and all that. So, I haven't used the V20 personally, and I'm sure LG has done a bang-up job with the camera. So, it's up to you. The V20, if the camera is very important, you want that dual camera from the V20, then yeah. Dual, right?
Yeah,
it's dual, yeah.
Does S8 Dubai variant supports Jio VoLTE and Samsung Pay in India?
Yes and no. Supports VoLTE, doesn't support Samsung Pay. So that's it, guys. 25 questions. That's all that I picked for today. I picked them. So, but then again, if your question wasn't picked and you are pissed that it wasn't picked, you can always leave a comment with the hashtag Sundar discriminates. Though I picked the questions, you know, we'll still...
Because if he comes here today, he has to pick the questions.
Yes, but he's not here today.
He's not here today. So
we can always blame him. Yes. See, for those wondering why Harris was here, though he didn't really answer a lot, it's for this. For this one moment. Serves the purpose. But anyway, guys, thank you for your support. We've made it to 50 episodes. And what are we doing for the 50th episode? So we decided, or rather I decided for this one, to come up with a new little segment while closing the video before jumping to bloopers called... I haven't got a name for it yet. So this is just a thing that I was thinking, because every week after Ash Answers is done, we get so many people tweeting funny things, you know, memes and whatnot. So I thought, why not showcase that in the episode? So here are some... It's not just the memes, you know, some people send in videos saying they love Ash Answers and all that. So we're just gonna have a fan corner kind of thing. So I'm just gonna leave you with that. And then we're gonna jump to bloopers. So before all that,
Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, or vote it down.
If you
don't vote it down.
Don't.
Yeah. Sundar isn't here, so don't vote it down.
But then even if Sundar is here, do not vote it down. He just wants to get through his one episode. No! Sundar will probably be back next week, so do not vote it down.
Do hit that subscribe button if you haven't already.
Yeah, and then the bell icon if you haven't done that already. And that's it. Harris and Ash from C4E Tech.
Living for the moment.
Have a nice
Have a
day.
nice day.
Bye now.
I love Ash answers.
I love Ash answers. Hashtag Sundar discriminates. Hashtag VRC4E.
Hey guys, Ash here from C4E Tech along with... Hey guys, Ash here from C4E Tech along with my co-host Sundar, and welcome to another episode of Ash Answers.
Sundar isn't here.
Dude, shut up.
Okay.
And dude, by the way, why is the tripod so weird? One leg is higher, one leg is lower, and then you've stabilized it like by adjusting that, the head, instead of the legs. Why?
I didn't notice it.
That's because it was the other way around. Then it's level, right? Who cares? Guys, if this is a little tilted, you can blame Harris for it. Hashtag blame Harris. Let's start
No, I
that now.
checked the levels, it was right.
Yeah, I can see that too. It's green.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Next one. And of course, this time we took the brand off. Now people are going to ask if this is a D brand. Mitch. It's like, okay. So guys, for all those people who have a question on what is that thing doing there, we are having issues with our primary mic. The XLR cable seems to have some kind of issue, so that's why 2 weeks back, I don't know, maybe Sundar probably broke it, I don't know, but 2 weeks back our audio was all wonky, so I didn't want to take the risk again. So I've got a secondary mic, our Zoom H6 recording it, so if this audio is screwed up, then we would use the audio from this, and before next week we'd get another XLR cable. So you wouldn't see that over there next week, but this week, bear with us.